This video is mostly about my why. That will let you guys know the reason why I am the way that I am. And ever since that happened, I never, look at life the same. It's truly a big factor in what pushes me to be what I am today. This is something I haven't really shared unless like you really close to me. The only person who know about this is, my mom, and I didn't even tell her. And my family doesn't know. If they're watching this, maybe they'll find out. And the only reason why I'm telling you guys is because I know that I'm not the only one that I've actually went through this, especially coming from the background that I came from. Some survive and some just doesn't. I know many of my friends that I graduated high school with that are not living anymore. And here I am now at 20 years old, running two companies. My mom don't have to work if she don't want to. And I'm able to take care of my family and doing great for myself. So this is more like me being grateful and as a testimonial in some kind of sense to help someone as well. If you're going through the same thing right now, then that can show you first how quick life can change and how quick it can all end. And you can really become a whole other person in a pretty short amount of time, just like I did. But I was 16 years old at the time. Not to rant too much more, I was 16 years old, and as much as I remember, it was on a Wednesday. The sun was hot though, it was really hot, and I had to go to work. But it was two different times that I almost really wasn't gonna be here. But one time, the first time, it was by the police, and the second time it was by, I guess, somebody who I would, like get around. Wasn't really my friend, but I guess was cool, or who I thought was my friends, and try to get somebody else to do it, which is, we're not gonna, talk about that time, but I'm gonna tell you guys about the time it was happened. It almost happened with the police. Um, but yeah, it was a Wednesday, and I had to go to work. I had dressed and get ready for work, stepped out my house, and I had on a black jacket, and I used to go to work in all black, a black jacket that like all the way, give me all the way to my neck. And then my hair was like longer at the time. It was just like twist up longer. And I was ready for work. I was just walking out my corner peacefully, didn't think about anything. Just walking out, and when I'm about to cross the street, I'm just walking out my corner. I saw a police car in the other corner, like to my left. It was another corner, like a house in between, and then a little bit space, and then the other corner. Maybe like 1 minute walking from my corner to the other corner. But I saw the police car, and I didn't worry about anything. I just kept on walking. It's almost like when I came out my corner, my house corner, and they came out the other corner at the same time as me. It's just like rush to cross the streets at the same time as me as I'm crossing over. When I crossed the streets to actually go walk just a little bit further more to go catch the bus, I didn't have no car at that time. And then this police car just like on mid traffic, traffic going on. It was around time. I believe school was out, maybe because there was a lot of traffic. I remember at that time, but I don't remember but I don't remember why I wasn't in school. But I just know that time I wasn't in school because I was going to work, but I was still in school though. And then when I crossed the streets, this police car just like rush and then come stop right in front of me. Like I'm walking across the streets that way, and then just like rush and then stop right in front of me, like right in front of me, stop me from like moving. And then five police officers walked out. It was four guys and one girl. I remember this tall dude. One of them, it was just like all he was the main. He was the main one that I feel like either if I didn't stop or if I like had got scared or something, who was definitely gonna take my life. Long story short, they jumped out the car. They drew their guns at me, all five of them. Um, Two walked towards me, and then all three like stand a little bit distance away from me, just like draw the gun, AR-15s, and then one walked up to me with a handgun, and then he put the handgun right here on my chest. I still remember that. And then it was like, where the fuck you coming from? And I'm like, I wasn't scared. I remember I wasn't scared while it was happening. I wasn't just like calm because I know I just came from my house. I didn't do anything wrong. When these things happen so fast, you just don't understand what's going on. But I know I wasn't scared, and I know I shouldn't do anything stupid right now because anything can happen. But he had put the handgun on my chest, and there's like, where the fuck you coming from? And then all the other ones drawing the guns at me. It's almost like this is exactly who they was looking for. But I know for sure it was not me because I didn't do anything. I just came from my house. And I wasn't even with nobody that day either to say they saw me with someone they was looking for, or they saw me did something or went somewhere. And then it was just like, um, do I have anything on me? What do I have on me? I'm like, I don't have anything on me. And then it's like, what the fuck do you have on you? I'm like, I don't have anything on me. And then the other one of the other dudes, like, you know, he came closer to me with the AR-15, while the one with the handgun, like, he started, patting me. He started searching me. He started searching me, patting me all over my waist, and then my shoes, on my pants, and all that stuff. I'm like, what's going on right now? By the way, everyone, like the whole traffic just stops. The way, like, they just jumped out the car and they started pointing at me. Everyone just stops because it was so crazy. And everyone stopped there looking, and I'm just there looking. They're like, do I have anything on me? I'm like, no. Where are you coming from? Came from home. Where the fuck are you going? I'm going to work. That's where I was going. I was going to work. The only thing I was thinking at the time while it was happening was, do I have anything on me? Because it happened, everything happened so fast, You have no reason to really think about anything. So, but while it was happening, I was thinking, do I have anything on me? And thankfully, I didn't have nothing on me. And they searched me. They didn't find anything. And after asking me just a bunch of questions, just stupid questions, and then somebody said something on the radio, and then they just like jumped back in the car. Everyone was just standing right there looking at me, and I was just sat right there too looking, but I wasn't scared or anything. But it was after the fact that it just hit me, like, because the way it is in the Bahamas depends on where you're at, or where the police stop you, or depends on how you react. They can say anything. Anything can happen to you. Because these police officers, anything can happen to you, especially where I'm from and where we used to live that. I just thank God that I didn't panic. I just thank God that also it was broad daylight and everyone was right there. But even if everyone was right there, let's say if I didn't stop or anything like that, or if I had kept on walking, or if, I don't know, if I had turned around, did something, anything could have happened to me, and I would not be here telling the story. So long story short, I stand there for 5 minutes processing what just happened. Even after they left, I started thinking like, what the hell? And then I went back home. By the time I got home, my mom already knew what had happened. I don't know how she knew, but she did know. Uh, she was shaking. When I got home, found my mom shaking, um, getting ready to walk outside. I'm like, where's you going? And then she's like, she know I almost got shot. Somebody come, they can't tell her that her son almost got shot. Actually, if I had did anything that I shouldn't have done at that time, then that could have been it for me. Literally could have been it. And they would have found, I guess, some way to justify it. You know, um, it happens. And once again, I'm telling the story. I don't hold it as a grudge or anything, but it's the way that it shifts the way that I think about time. Especially living this life, anything can happen. You know, it's so short. We don't have as much time as we think we do. You know, that's why by the age of 20 years old, as I'm speaking to you, telling you the story, I run, once again, two businesses, I run two companies, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. I'm about to become the first millionaire in my family. I think all of those things are what shaped me to be who I am. And I take discipline very seriously. I take a lot more risk in the right directions. Back then, younger me, I would take those risks for no reason. Those risks in the negative direction. Those risks that could actually either put me away for life or get my life taken away. But now, as I found myself and I actually know who I am, it's easier for me to take all of that and do something good with it. Not just for myself, but for people that are around me, for my family, for my mom, for my baby sister. At the time it happened, my sister wasn't even one yet. So she wouldn't even know who I am. I would have been gone. I would have been dead. My sister wouldn't know who I am. And that would have been something that breaks my mom. And I just know it. Because this is something like I never really actually sit to think about it. You know, a lot of things that happen in my life, I never really actually sit to think about them. But it just sometimes I believe it's good to take some time to reflect. Like me talking about it right now is the time that I'm reflecting because I'm always moving on, moving on, moving on with life. You know, my business, my life in general, creating content, building my personal brand. It's just my foot is just on the gas, on go at all times. But I never actually, let's say, sit to think about stuff like that. You know, like, and I don't, once again, I don't let any of it affect me in any type of way, but it did change me, if that makes sense. But after that happened, I still didn't change right then and there. I still continued to go out. I still continued to party, to drink, go out, have fun with my friends, still continue living my normal regular life. And but it was just like people who knew me, who witnessed what had happened at the time, or if they witnessed it, they heard about it, who was like more concerned about it. And I didn't really, give it too much explanation, to be honest. Just told them like I think they was looking for somebody. That's all. And that's all that happened. But at the same time, it's just like at 16, my life could have been just gone and ended right then and there. Now, it helps me to take on a lot more risk and to actually do whatever it is that I want to do. And because this life that we have, we can't really, let's say, save it, you know? You can't really, if it's your time, it's your time. I guess it was in my time. But with the time that I have left, I just have to go on and shoot for the stars because I know that I have greatness in me. I am a very, very, very smart, intelligent young man, and I know it. I've been smart ever since I was young, but I just got twisted along the way. But once again, all of that shapes who I am. All of that builds me into the person that I am today. And it's all going to build me into the person that is to come, into the person, well, that I'm becoming, that I'm growing into. My family has never seen anything like this or anything like me. I'm the first person who's literally going to become the first millionaire in my family, who's about to make the first $1 million, touch the first $100,000 even in my family. And this is huge. I don't want to regret it if I live it to see my old age, to see my grandkids. I don't want to regret anything. I just don't. You know, I just want to, right now is the best time. If you're watching this, I just want you to know this. If you're young, you're watching this, or however age that you are right now, that life that you have, do something with it. Do something good. I want to be great. I want to be a fucking legend that is known for greatness. You know, not just making a lot of money, not just being wealthy, not just living the lifestyle that most people dream about, but as well the impact that I have in people's lives. You know, I just want to be someone that a lot of people can look up to and actually can take advice from to change their own lives. Because if you're watching this, this is my story. I hope that you listen and you see what you can do with your life. What happened to you doesn't define who you are. It never do, unless you let it. You can actually change your life. You can. And I did. I changed mine. I just hope that someone takes a lesson from this video. I just hope so, because a lot of people wish they would be able to see that video before it happened. And if you're seeing it, you still have a chance. You still have an opportunity. It's 2026. It's so much more you can do. So much you can do in this age. So much you can do with so many tools available to you. If you have a high income skill, you can literally change your life, change your family's life. But once again, I don't want to rant too much about but this is my story. I don't know. I'm just gonna post this video how it is. To be honest, this is just me with a reflecting moment. I'm just gonna, put it all out there. This is not even something I was even plan on sharing, but I feel like it's part of my story. It's part of the reason why I do what I do. It's part of the reason why I go as hard. Any situation changes you. People think situation don't change them, but any situation changes you, either for the better or for the worse. Depends on who you are at that time. Depends on the way that you see it or the way that you see yourself. This is going to be the end of this video. I'm not going to keep on ranting. I'm not sad or anything, but this is just my story. I just had a reflecting moment. However more time there is in this life, I'm gonna use it to build and help people. I'm gonna use it to make some kind of difference in the world, some kind of difference in people's lives. And most likely, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna need a lot of money to do that. So I have to really, really, really focus. A lot of discipline, a lot of focus, a lot of narrow roads. If I really, number one, want my family to live the way that I want them to live, and number two, if I really want to help change somebody's life. If you're watching this video, I hope you learn something from it, and this is the end. I will see you guys in the next video.